welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Newin, and today I would like to do a movie review called The Babysplitters. So have you seen this? I'm curious, what do you think about it? Leave a comment below. Give me your perspective. And for me personally, I actually enjoyed this movie, even though it had its moments that it was quite slow and draggy. To be honest, the concept of it, the idea of it, the direction of the possibility of this concept existing in our new era of society is so likely, because nowadays, let's say, we're all at that time and space of our lives where it's not about survival and producing babies, right? We're in that state of shock even with making babies, and it's like this big question if we should be making babies with how the world is at the moment. So this concept is just unique in the sense of I can totally see this happening with a lot of couples that would like to have freedom. And it's not just about the freedom, it's also about the sustainability of Earth. If we are overpopulated, this would really help a lot if we do want to have a baby and we still want to be more conscious of our footprints. So it's like a really nice concept that we are able to consider with our future. Personally, I just find it a very beautiful perspective to share a baby. And you know, when people think like this is not good ethically for the baby, but hey, a baby can have a mother and a father but be in traumatic life experience and go down the wrong path. It really does not genuinely matter if the baby has one parent or two parents or three. Honestly, it's about the people that is raising the child. So the parents that is raising the child and how they collectively communicate and work things through is how, like any experience in this life, I mean, we are trusting teachers to raise our children half the day of their childhood life, right? But here, if we are in a controversial topic of, I don't think it's good for the baby to have this concept of parenting, but actually what is good if how we think the normal is good, but the truth is it could be as good or even worse. Like, it's no right or wrong here. So anyway, the concept of sharing a baby to split the time of having a baby is really cool and interesting for me to see and consider for my own experience. Not only that, I can see if the relationship between the two couple works out, I guess it'd be like polygamy. That's another way to look at it. And so if they work out, it's actually very beautiful as well, because, you know, like, it's double the power, it's double the intimacy if they were to really work it through, of not just being two couple friends making a baby together, but if they look at it in a way of like actually having a relationship together, like the dynamic of it would be even stronger. So from here is all spoilers. If you don't want that, get out of here. So there is couple number one, Jeff and Sarah. Jeff doesn't want a baby. Straight up, he's just like, it's going to be annoying. He doesn't want to feel restricted. He wants to do whatever he wants, and that means traveling and going out without having to worry about a child, because he sees his other friends how restricted they are having kids. And whereas Sarah, she feels like she's ready, she feels like they have stability, that their marriage should move into the next phase, and she wants to have the whole experience as a mother, to carry the baby in her womb and give birth, and just while she is still young in her perspective. and there is couple number 2, Taylor and Don. Whereas Don, he feels like he's ready and he wants to have a family and he can't wait to have a child. Whereas Taylor, she sees herself still in, you know, her mid-20s and she's not ready to settle for that perspective of her life yet, as she wants to still, again, it's about like freedom. And one day these two couples decide to meet up and have dinner and just chat and are just like catching up on their life and everything. At this dinner, Jeff comes up with an idea saying, hey, why not split a baby? You know, then that means both couples still has time for themselves, because, you know, you can have the baby 3 days a week and we can have the baby 4 days a week, and it's kind of like, it's just like a rotation, and we still have our freedom of lifestyle, but at the same time our experience of raising a child. And the way he articulates this sounds very beautiful and appealing. So they had a thought about it, they went off in their own realities, and a few days later it sunk in and they're thinking, actually this is a good idea. So then they decide to go with it and go with IVF, but then they found out it's really expensive. So they find another alternative. They come up with the idea of like, okay, we don't have money for IVF, so how about we do it in the organic way and keep it on a professional level where Sarah and Don has sex, and with Taylor and Jeff there as well, just to not feel left out or feel like it's cheating. For me, strange, because I'm like thinking, why not just have a foursome? All of them just mingle and stuff. I don't know, I just find that part, like it would have been more connective if they did it in that way, but the way they did it was very awkward, and I guess maybe that could be for the laughs, for the thrill. But again, I really enjoyed the concept of it, because this is a beautiful alternative to anyone out there that is feeling like, you know, they want some sort of freedom, and on top of that, if like the cost of having a baby now is high, but you want a baby, and if you do have another couple friend that you're really close to, like you can really bring a new kind of dynamic of the relationship, not just 2 but between 4, and that to me is a very beautiful concept to just be open about, because sharing a baby doesn't seem so bad at all, especially with how the world is and with how our lifestyle is. It can be a great of yin and yang between this, and at the end of the day, for anyone who wants to have a baby, I suggest that be ready. I hope that you don't have it out of not genuine reasons, you know, like if you're having a baby because you feel like the relationship is falling apart and you think that baby will fix it. If you feel like you want to have a child so then they can take care of you when you're older, like such things is really unfair for the child, and much more if you're not ready, or you, with all these reasons, having a child is a very beautiful time of life that you're able to create you, because, you know, having a child is your reflection, it's your little seed that you're planting in this world, a new generation that you're able to nurture and grow. And just like having a pet, for example, it's also a reflection of you, you know, because personally I find if you are raising anything, that's you giving your energy and giving your personality, giving your knowledge, giving your wisdom, everything that you are to this little life. And that's why it's a huge responsibility. It is something that should be really considered carefully before deciding. So with that being said, that's my movie review. I give this one a 4 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you have seen this or you will watch this after this review, come back to this video and leave a comment below what you think of this concept. Do you agree or disagree? Like, do you find it a possibility of our generation going into this new way of life, or do you feel like we will still stick by the traditions? Because personally, I feel like we are in the time of life of this world. A great shift is happening. All this new alternative of lifestyle is coming too, because we're now more open, we're now more conscious of the things we are able. And to be honest, stripping away traditions and culture is the next step to unity, because if we keep holding on to the culture and traditions of things without actually breaking free from that, we aren't allowing ourselves to see a new way, and to find a new way and create a new way for the new generation. Because adapting to how the world is and how life is the human evolution, or the evolution in general, adapting to what life will become. Yeah, that's my perspective on things. Thank you for watching. Sending out the appreciation and love. I will see you in the next video.
What if we could split a baby? Half a share in one baby.
But I would want the whole pregnancy to myself.
I'd only want to do it if it was my kid genetically.
Well, I mean...
Apparently, I'm a carrier of this rare double earlobe gene in my family.
I've heard about the earlobe.
Yeah. His uncle has 3.
He's a triple.
Jeez.
You guys are actually serious about this?
Here's to 2 couples, 1 baby, and no regrets.
Cheers.
You'll never regret having kids. IVF costs $35,000 per attempt. Usually doesn't take more than a couple tries.
Natural donor insemination.
It's just what it sounds like.
It would have to be clinical.
Yeah, like a medical procedure.
It's still pretty clinical, Jack.
I just keep picturing them thrusting.
Right, I got it.
And then she's looking at him thrusting.
Okay.
And he's looking at her thrusting.
Well, very specific imagery.
It's just a lot of thrusting. I like the idea of having kids, just not the idea of having kids. You spend years trying to find the person that you love the most in this world, the person that you want to spend your life with, and then the 2 of you conspire to create a 3rd person that you like better than each other?
This isn't working.
It was a terrible